We start with the war in Ukraine, day 447 of this war. On most days, the story remains the same. More violence, more deaths, and a bitter war of words. But today is different. Today, Russia launched a fierce attack on Ukraine. These were aerial attacks. They targeted the capital, Kiev. Ukraine too is attacking Russia, and it's striking deep inside Russian-held territory. The intensity of the fighting has increased, so has the urgency. They seem to be fighting to the finish. The question is this the beginning of the end of this war? Let's start with the Russian attacks on Kiev. Last night, Russia stepped up its aerial attacks. A barrage of missiles was fired at Kiev. This happened at 2:30 a.m. local time. Emergency sirens were activated. The city was woken up. Soon, loud explosions were heard. The sky was lit up by large flashes of light. These were Russian missiles being neutralized by Ukrainian air defenses. It was a tense night for Kiev. Consider what one of the foreign diplomats said. This is the British ambassador to Ukraine. A full-on aerial attack on Kiev last night. Pretty intense. Bangs and shaking walls are not an easy night. Hope everyone is okay. Reports say Russia attacked Kiev from 3 directions: the north, the south, and the east. Russia fired at least 18 missiles from land, sea, and the air. Also, 6 Iranian Shahed drones and 3 reconnaissance drones were pressed into service. So Russia went after Kiev with full force, but it failed to inflict much damage. As of this afternoon, no deaths were reported. At least 3 people were injured. So what was the purpose of this attack? Reports say Moscow wanted to destroy Kiev's air defenses. Ukraine uses the US-made Patriot air defense systems. They arrived a week ago. They were supplied by the US and Germany. The Patriots have enhanced Ukraine's defenses, and that's what Russia is trying to break through relentless air strikes. The objective is to weaken Ukraine before a larger attack. What about Ukraine's response? Well, they too are intensifying attacks. Today, they struck deep inside Luhansk. This is a city in the east, and it's in Russian control. Ukraine used long-range missiles for the strike, and this is the first time Ukrainian forces have done this. Earlier, they did not have these capabilities. They couldn't strike targets that were far away, but now they can. And their targets are command and control centers of the Russian military. Moscow has issued a statement about this. It says Ukraine is deploying British-made Storm Shadow missiles and that Russian forces took down at least one of them but missed others. The Kremlin has also issued a threat.
The reported British supplies of long-range missiles will require an adequate response from our military, who will consider the relevant decisions from a military point of view.
So Russia is threatening a response. But the new weapons give Ukraine a clear edge. They could shift the course of the war, at least in the skies. Earlier, Russia had the edge. Now Ukraine has neutralized it. It has new missiles and weapons. It can reach most of the occupied territories in the east, even Crimea. That was annexed by Russia in 2014. Zelensky has the weapons, and he's sourcing more, and he won't be shy of using them.
We are returning home with new military help, newer and more powerful weapons for the front, more protection for our people, greater political support.
In 3 days, he's visited 4 European capitals. He's managed to secure significant military aid. Let me show you the list. The most significant package comes from Germany. It includes another 30 Leopard tanks, 20 armored fighting vehicles, 16 air defense systems, and more than 200 drones. Also a range of other arms and ammunition. France and Italy have promised to send tanks, ammunition, and air defense systems. The UK too has pledged more aid. Their package includes hundreds of air defense missiles and more armed drones. Why such an aggressive push now? Why is Zelensky being given so many weapons? The Western powers, for a change, seem to have clarity on what they want. They want Ukrainian forces to reclaim more land, to push the Russians back, and to secure their gains. The idea is to get more leverage on the battlefield before any peace negotiations can begin. So for Zelensky, it is now or never. If he cannot secure sizable victories now, he risks losing support from the West. Because frankly, no one has an endless supply of weapons and money, and no one wants a forever war.